Hi ladies, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Janelle and this is a Trying to Conceive Journey channel. For those who come back over and over and over, I love you so much. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate all the support that you give me. For those who have just jumped in to have a look, please stay and join my journey as well, and don't forget to like, subscribe and click that notification bell so that you will get more videos. Today's topics will be what happened to my home pregnancy test and ovulation test, what happened to baby and what the gender was, and also my IV therapy, my acupuncture and my keto, what's going on with that. So I'll make this as quick as possible. So let's talk about my home pregnancy test and my ovulation tests. Well, just a very quick recap, but otherwise go back and watch my last video. I had almost negatives, and then all of a sudden, bam, one day it was probably 3 times the darkness, and it was incredible. I could not believe how dark it was, and I was like, oh, surely I'm not pregnant, you know. And so I thought I'll do an ovulation test as well. Thought I'd dip that in because I do watch the miscarriage, and I do home pregnancy tests and ovulations until, you know, it goes to 0, and so I know where my ovulation's at. So I did my ovulation test, a digital. It came back a flashing smiley, even though a couple of days prior it was negative. So I was totally confused, didn't know what to think, what was going on. And so the next day I did another home pregnancy test, first morning urine as always, and it was back to light again. Not as light it was, but it was still light. So I'm like, it's not a pregnancy. Okay, so let's get that clear, not pregnant. No, I didn't go to the doctor. Look, I live an hour away, and there's no way I'm traveling an hour to sit at the doctor's and go just to get a HCG test. If it got darker, absolutely would have done it, but it didn't. So my ovulation test the next day also was negative, got a circle on my digital, but the lines were just the same. So I thought I'll start taking my basal temps, and for 3 days they did rise, but they didn't rise as much as they normally would rise if I'd ovulated. And then I had a couple of days of only 36, so plummeted back down to what you would be if it was ovulating maybe. So I had 2 days of that, and then it rose again. So I got my negatives, but they were still, the lines were just as dark as were just the same. And so that happened for a few days, and then I'm not sure if it was yesterday, might have been yesterday, I got another flashing smiley. So off it went again. The line was darker than the control line, and I got the flashing smiley. So I think it's just trying to surge. Hormones are all over the place, so I don't think I'm ovulating either. So I have no idea what's going on. I've suffered 7 miscarriages, and I've followed them through to 0, to ovulation, and this hasn't happened before. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on there, but I'll just keep monitoring it. I'll just add a picture here as well, and that will be, the picture will show you the home pregnancy test, and also I did a digital. One of the girls said, why don't you do a digital? I didn't do a digital the day because I didn't have any digitals. I didn't do the day that it was nice and dark. It would have come up pregnant, but it's saying not pregnant as you just seen. So not pregnant on there. It is still showing HCG in my system, but only about maybe a 6, like it's only just showing. And my ovulation is, you'll see that flashy smiley and just as dark. So don't know what's going on there. So anyway, that solved that. Not ovulating, not pregnant. So I just keep continuing to monitor. I've had at least 7 days of basically positive ovulation tests, like the lines are darker or darker, just as dark or darker. And I don't normally even get that when my HCG is only that fresh, like it's only like 6 in there. So I just get, you know, my line might be almost as dark as each other, but yeah, so I have no idea what's going on there. I just keep testing. My next topic, it will be baby. So had an appointment with the doctor, and I will insert the video clip right here.
So the test has come back.
Yeah.
And it showed there was a chromosome problem.
Yeah.
What they call trisomy 15.
Oh my gosh, something else different.
Yep. So
Does that have a name?
it doesn't.
Okay. Okay. Wow. They're very unusual. They're just not like the normal chromosome issues.
I think that what Anne Coffey said was about your body not rejecting the abnormal ones is probably what's happening. The chromosome abnormalities that have names are 13, 18 and 21, and with those chromosome abnormalities, babies often survive to be born. The 13 and 18, the babies don't live very long. Trisomy 21 is Down syndrome, and we all know that people with that can go through for many years into early adulthood. But the other chromosome abnormalities, the 4 and the 15 and the 5 and all the others, usually miscarry and don't usually get this far. So they've never been given a name because the babies are never actually born. And for most people, they would either never know you were pregnant, you have a heavy period a couple of days later, or you miscarry 5, 6, 7 weeks and it all just goes down the toilet.
Wow, and like my point was that I actually did get a heartbeat for a couple of weeks, so...
Yep.
Wow, very unusual.
Yes, but we did find there something wrong. So when you saw me the other day, you said,
yeah, please
hoping you wouldn't. Yes.
Yeah, please be something wrong, because I didn't want it to be, no, there was nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I really appreciate that. And was it a male or female?
Female.
Another female.
Now, that doesn't mean you can't carry girls. Don't think that this gender has anything to do with
The video clip basically, as you just seen, saying that baby had trisomy 15 and it was a girl. Another girl. So we've had, I think, 3 girls all up. Trisomy 15 I did look up, and even though he said there's no name for it, there is Angelman syndrome. And I looked on a lot of YouTube videos, and there's been, you know, lots of terrible things from chromosome 15, and there's been not so bad, you know, to the point where baby or child looks totally normal on the outside. It just had development problems, you know, walking, talking, you know, sleeping issues. It was crying and crying 1 minute and extremely happy the next. Sudden movements, just all sorts of things happening. So they've got to go to all sorts of physiotherapists all the time. So yeah, I was glad, as you probably heard too, that it wasn't nothing. Because if it was nothing, I'd be devastated and I blame myself and I think, oh, you know, what have I done? You know, has my work impacted my pregnancy? Because it can get physical. Because I'm an emergency service worker. It is quite physical what I do, and I try and limit it. But as soon as I tell work, they'll take me off track, and I won't be able to. I'm not allowed to do anything, so except to be behind a desk. So I know my limits, and I know what I can and what I can't do. But anyway, I would have been devastated if that was the case, and it wasn't. So I'm glad for the closure, and I've spoken to Brad, as he's away again. So I've spoken to Brad, and we'll probably talk more about it when he gets home. And he does, you know, he was also thinking, was it a girl thing? but also he talked about the guys where he works at the mines. So some are lead and some are other type of mines. And some of them he spoke to only have boys and some of them only have girls. So it could be just down to that. I'm not sure. So they do have their lead tested all the time. So he's in with lead and they get blood tests done all the time to check their levels, because if they're at a dangerous level, we wouldn't even be trying anyway, because we don't want that affecting. So they all know, you know, that they're, you know, we're all having families and they want to make sure our levels are, their levels are safe. So yeah, that's it of that. Okay, my next one is about, I did my second IV therapy, and it was very much needed after the flu that I've just gone through. So I was very glad to have that. And then the next, I had that on my night shift and I posted it on Instagram. So if you're not on my Instagram page yet, it is a Rainbow Baby Mama 77. So jump on there and don't forget to follow me, because I do add little things like that in there. I put a quick video, very raw, no makeup, no nothing. I just finished my night shift basically, went straight to IV therapy and had that done. Then my next night shift I couldn't film because I didn't know how the lady was with the acupuncture, and I wish I did, because she said so many things that I didn't quite fully understand, or it was just too quick, like she just talked so quickly. And she's basically worked with the acupuncture on my ovaries. So there's different types, you know, in your uterus area that she can work on. It just depends on what you need, and I need healthy eggs. So she's worked on the ovaries, and she said like there's a yin and yang. It's a Chinese medicine thing, and basically the yin is the follicle that they're working on, and the follicle is, you know, the DNA and the nourishment that needs to be healthy. So she's going to work on that each week, and so hopefully we can improve my egg quality. I'm so excited. So yeah, I'll just continue doing my IV therapy, doing my acupuncture, waiting for my Ovance to come. It hasn't come yet, and that Ovance, if you didn't watch on the last video, is for to increase my AMH and also my egg quality as well. So I'll replace a lot of my medicine that I have now with that Ovance. So I've also taken out a lot of my vitamins, because the vitamin therapy that I'm getting has a lot of vitamins in it, so I don't actually need all the vitamins that I have. I don't want to double up. For one, doubling it up, you like end up just peeing it out, but it puts extra strain on your organs trying to get rid of it as well, so we don't want any more stress. Yeah, so she told me perhaps go on a holiday, and not the normal, everyone says go on a holiday, you're all pregnant. It's not that, it's to lower my stress, because of, you know, how intense my job is, to lower cortisol, I think, yeah, just to relax and try and do some meditation. She said she wrote I haven't got it with me, it's in the car, but she did write down a app to go on, and she said to just do that as much as you can, that type of meditation, just to, you know, calm everything down. So I'll try that as well. Other than that, just waiting for my AF to come, and hopefully that will come in the next week, because then I'll be 4 weeks past. I know that my last miscarriage was almost 9 weeks, and I got my period a week after my DNC, and this time it's been 4 weeks and I haven't had it yet. So hopefully it comes along soon and we can restart everything, and I can start doing my ovulation test, show you my stash drawer. Can't wait to show you that. Some people won't like it and some people do, so I'll do a video on my ovulation and my stash drawer, and that's got all my home pregnancy tests and all my ovulation tests, just to show you what I use and, you know, what's going on. So when I do that video, I will put down how I fall pregnant. You know, I have fallen pregnant obviously 7 times now, so very highly fertile, and I know, you know, not that I know what I'm doing, but I'm kind of strict, you know, with what I do, and each time I've fallen pregnant. So if you're it's not going to be totally reliable, but if you're having any trouble and you're unsure of when to do the deed, when to do ovulation tests, stuff like that, stay tuned. That video will come out, and I'll actually do that video once AF comes, so that we can prepare together, and when ovulation comes you'll know what to do. So yeah, that's it for today. I wish all the girls that are trying their BFPs now, OPKs, all the luck, sending you lots of baby dust. Don't forget, down below, comment if you want to see other videos or questions that you have. I am also I've got other videos that I want to do. I just need to get over this first. There is a Q&A one. I kind of want to hold on to that, because when I fall pregnant again, I want to maybe bring Brad into it and do a Q&A and make that part of the surprise pregnancy test somehow. So if you have any other suggestions, put them in the comments as well, because I haven't kind of done a surprise one on him yet. So that'll be a fun video. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thank you for being so loyal. I love you all so much. And don't forget again to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. See you later.